Welcome friends, old and new, to miscellaneous time. It's cold in here. It's so cold. We have a heater. I have it set up to almost 80. It's not doing its job very well. It should be called a room temperature. We're gonna freeze. We're like doing it native. Native? Like, what's the way to say we're broke? We're broke. So Bryson and I are actually huge fans of Marvel. With Guardians of the Galaxy having come out on Blu-ray this past Tuesday, I figured it was my last opportunity to make what I'm about to do relevant. The soundtrack to Guardians of the Galaxy. Killer soundtrack. It really made the movie. I looked up songs from the 70s to 80s because that's when the songs in Guardians of the Galaxy are from for Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Reese has a thing for music, being able to memorize song lyrics and song titles and who wrote them and organizing the music into what era they came out. And I can't do any of that. I can barely remember the words to songs like Boom Boom Pow. He knows music and I don't, so the whole list was compiled by him. I looked at the track list for Awesome Mix Volume 1 and I got all the songs in order that I thought matched with the same kind of feeling, the same kind of vibe as the songs from the first movie that they can use for the second movie. The very first song on Awesome Mix Volume 1 is Hooked on a Feeling, and I replaced that with September by Earth, Wind & Fire. They're both really upbeat songs. They both have the instrumental part. Hooked on a Feeling was the trailer song with the big bold letters that came around, and we saw that for the first time internationally, Guardians of the Galaxy logo on it with Marvel popping up over it. I love that. With September, I think it could be the exact same way for Guardians of the Galaxy 2. They could use it the exact same way. We'll show it. Just imagine there's a 2 on it. We'll show the first Guardians of the Galaxy trailer. I think you'll agree with me. Go All the Way, I replaced with Born to Be Wild by Steppenwolf, because I think Star-Lord's a Steppenwolf kind of guy. This song would be perfect if it was just one of those scenes where it showed the distant space and then the Milano comes on and the Milano flies and it's about to get in the distance and then it does one of those cut scenes where it cuts into the inside of the cockpit and the song keeps playing and it's playing from inside the cockpit. This is one of those songs that would be perfect for one of those kind of transition scenes. I would play Spirit in the Sky with The Passenger by Iggy Po. Both of the songs have kind of that epic feeling to them where you just want to put your earbuds in, walk down the street, it doesn't matter where you're going, have one of those songs playing and just pretend like it's the theme song to your day. That's the feeling that you get when you listen to these songs. They both got that beat that you're just nodding your head to. And just imagine the Guardians doing their fight scenes with this playing in the background. Star-Lord's like shooting and jumping and he has his awesome mask on. And Gamora takes out her sword and just flips, does some flips because she's so acrobatic. It starts the action scene as the song comes in and then it starts panning around and each Guardian's like doing their own thing. Like an Avengers style scene. Exactly. Where it shows them all doing their thing because they weren't really that in sync in the first movie, and so in this movie they'd probably get to show that they've learned to cooperate with each other. Or at least at the beginning. Yeah, at the beginning of the movie. Action scene, Passenger, that would be cool for Guardians 2. Moonay's Dream, I'd replace it with Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. Both of these songs are just sad. Like, they make you feel relaxed, but they make you feel hurt. It's one of these songs that you reserve for crying to. Like, any Adele song, pretty much, it's one of those kind of songs. With that in mind, I think it could be used in one of those moments where the Guardians are bonding and, like, one of them is hurt. I always picture Rocket when he's hurt because Rocket feels like he's the most vulnerable of all the Guardians. One of them is comforting the other one with this playing in the background, and it's just one of those intimate team moments where they're helping each other out and they're showing what friends they are to each other. Fooled Around and Fell in Love will be replaced by Day After Day by Badfinger. All this song screams is romance. I picture it in a scene where I think it's probably going to be Gamora. Her and Star-Lord almost kiss in the first one anyway. They're probably going to keep that going. She'll be hurt. She'll start talking to him about her feelings. He'll try to comfort her. He'll relate to her. Get closer. As soon as she smooches her, then the guitar solo just starts playing, and it just does a pan out. I'm Not in Love, thanks for the first movie, just reminds me of a little boy watching his mother die in front of him. The song that I picked, She's Gone by Hall & Oates, I don't think it can match that level of sadness. It's not actually as mellow as this song. It actually has a little more upbeat feeling to it, but it could be used for a mellow scene, and this is what I'm thinking. Gamora she has a lot of issues, okay? She is still an assassin. When her and Star-Lord are trying to work things out and make their relationship work, things come up in her personal life that she says, we just have to end it, man. We can't do this. He watches her walk away from him, and he does what any space bandit would do after his girl leaves him and drinks it away. This song is playing in the background.
Maybe they're in a bar.
Maybe they're in a bar. Yeah, this song will be playing though, and he's drinking it away. Star-Lord's in a bar. He's drinking to this song. He's trying to forget that Gamora left, but Drax walks over to him like a good friend, and he's like, "Hey, you want to play darts? That always makes me feel good." And then they cut to a nice,
Because darts makes Drax feel good.
because he's a good knife guy.
He is. He's a ballistics
So he could play darts really well, probably. So it's like a dude bonding scene. That's
Perfect.
what that could be used for. I Want You Back in the first movie was just a really, really happy song, especially with Little Baby Flower Pot Groot dancing to it. So I had to up the happiness, and I pulled out the big Stevie Wonder guns with I Wish. It's just got such a funky, happy vibe to it. You cannot listen to this song without smiling. You just want to get up and dance to this, which Star-Lord might do. Maybe he'll dance to this. No matter what, if this song is in there, I'll be happy. Unless, of course, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is a bad movie. Then I won't be happy. But we're talking about the music here, and the soundtrack alone. If I Wish is in there, I'll be a happy Marvel fan. That's for sure. Come and Get Your Love in the first one. That was a cool scene. The dance scene, huge opening title card, Star-Lord dancing down there at tininess. And that was a good way to open it. I came up with a little opening to make this song work. Reelin' in the Years by Steely Dan. I think this could be the opening song for the second movie. Picture this. It's just like a black screen. That's how the movie starts. And they're like whispering to each other. You don't really hear what they say, and then the audio starts getting a little bit louder. Black screen, it pans away, and you see the Guardians huddled up. They're on a mission of some sort. Rocket Raccoon is trying to explain his plan. It's probably like an immoral mission because that's what they're all about. They might be stealing something. Rocket is trying to explain what he wants them all to do. And there's like the right amount of bickering and confused banter between them that you'd expect and that we love the Guardians to have. Is everybody good with the plan? And then, so everybody's looking around like nodding it. Okay, let's do it. All at once, it's like a pan out from where they are, and it starts playing that song. And the big title card, just like the first one, is Guardians of the Galaxy 2 comes on. In the bottom of the screen, since he was just dancing in the first one, it could be like Groot is getting huge and tall and like stretching out his arm, because maybe that's Rocket's plan, like he's sneaking in to wherever they're going to steal this thing on the limb of Groot. The other three could be down there running head first towards wherever they're going to try and distract the people who are guarding it from the raccoon on the tree limb, so that they'll be shooting at the three people down here. Something like that. I think it would be cool. Cherry Bomb I replaced with Cretin' Hop by the Ramones. I was just looking for another upbeat, weird kind of sounding song. In the first movie they used it when they were trying to figure out what they were going to do to defeat Ronan, when they were getting it all together and becoming a team again. You could use Cretin' Hop for that kind of scene, just add a little bit more flair to the second Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack. The next song, Escape the Pina Colada song. I would replace it with Margaritaville by Jimmy Buffett. Everything about Margaritaville just screams Guardians of the Galaxy. Star-Lord needs to be doing something, doesn't matter what, anything, to Margaritaville. It's just one of those laid-back songs that I could picture Star-Lord doing some funny stuff to. I don't care what other songs you pick for Guardians of the Galaxy 2. If Margaritaville isn't in it, I guess I'll just wait for Guardians of the Galaxy 3 eventually, but if Margaritaville isn't in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I'll be kind of upset. It really matches the same vibe that Guardians of the Galaxy tries to hit. This song is just perfect for Guardians of the Galaxy. Child was using the first one in a unique way where he was using it as a distracting dance-off. It would be kind of cool to see what they do with the song that I used to replace it, The Wait by the band. I've been spitballing scenes this whole time just to kind of give you an idea of how they could maybe use these songs that I'm listing off. Trying to vouch for them is what I'm doing by using these scenes. So I made up a scene here, and this is my favorite. I think maybe this is the favorite scene I came up with. They could be in the Milano. They're in the Milano a lot. Star-Lord ship. Maybe they don't have to be in the Milano, but in the first movie, Groot and Star-Lord kind of just had the relationship where Star-Lord made fun of the fact that Groot just says, I am Groot. Really, the only relationship that Groot had friend-wise was Rocket. He was Rocket's main man. So this scene could be really cool to build that relationship between Star-Lord and Groot. And I think what could be happening is, in the Milano, the Wait is playing, and Star-Lord's sitting there and he's singing the words to the song. And then Groot comes over to him and he's like, I am Groot. Whoa, what do you want? I'm Groot. Trying to motion towards the song, and Star-Lord's figuring out, wait, you actually like one of my songs? Is that what you're saying? You like one of my songs? I am Groot. Oh yeah, okay. He's like trying to invite himself to sing with Star-Lord. It would be a funny scene because Star-Lord would like start singing the verse to try and get Groot into the mood of singing a song, and then right as he hits the chorus to the song, Star-Lord's actually singing the words, "Take a load off, Benny," and then Groot, "I am Groot! Take a load for free! I am Groot!" He doesn't, I don't really think he has like the vocals for singing, and so he'd just be sitting there trying to sing with Star-Lord, and I don't know, I think it'd be a funny scene. I'm talking about all these character scenes. I don't know what would actually happen in like the main plot. That one would be a funny scene. I like that. I like the thought of Groot singing. Ain't No Mountain High Enough in the first one was used for a montage feel-good scene at the end of the movie. I replaced that with I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor. At the end of the first one, they're really just trying to come together, like the Avengers. At the end of the first one, they came together and they figure out how to become a team, and then probably in Age of Ultron, they won't really get along so well anymore. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen for Guardians of the Galaxy 2. They're going to have a much bigger bad than Ronan. That sounds impossible because Ronan was like this big bad, but he didn't really do that much. Well, he did more than Thanos. Thanos just sat there. But in this one, the big bad will actually be big and bad, and they'll actually be threatened a little bit. After overcoming this big bad evil, and then overcoming their much more intricate conflicts that they'll surely have if they follow their sequel arcs
within the team.
Yeah, the conflicts within the team, the conflicts within themselves. I Will Survive would be a pretty good montage scene. Maybe not montage scene, I think it might be a good scene to actually play out to. They're battle worn. Something just happened, they won.
They just beat it.
They just beat whatever they're fighting. Grab each other with that like knightly handshake. Pull each other up off the ground. Dusting themselves off. I don't know, it would be too cheesy. They did it in the first one where they walk towards the camera. They should do it like that. They all like get out of the rubble and they start walking towards the camera. Yeah, in slow motion. And it's like, they're finally united again. Yeah. Na, 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 na. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Na, 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 and the credits start playing. Na, 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 na. Like, oh, that'd be cool. So that was my pick for what I want Guardians of the Galaxy 2 to have on its track list.
Man, I didn't know that whenever you started to pick out songs for the next movie that we'd come up with so many scenes that we would also want to be in the movie. Now that I think about it though, those scenes, yeah, I really want them too. What do you guys think should be in the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie soundtrack?
The songs are from the 70s to the 80s range, and I'm 17, so the songs that I found were just from the selection of the songs that I know of. Write down in the comments which ones I got right, which ones I got wrong, which ones you would put in. We want to know.
Thanks for watching our very first episode of Miscellaneous Time. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, click the like button. If you didn't like it, click the like button.
Well said.
Be sure to check out our social media pages. We got those up and running, sort of. The links are in the description thing below here. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. Cheers.
Cheers.